Hello everyone, my name is Najla and today I am here to talk about e-learning versus classroom learning and what might be better between those two. In the past, Indonesia's learning system had experienced many changes in order to find the most suitable education for everyone. The last learning system, which had persisted for 6 years, had changed, and one of the driving force is the pandemic. The spread of COVID led the government to make a decree about a lockdown in Indonesia, halting education for a moment. In many advanced areas, learning institutes started moving the classroom into a gadget. In the first month of the pandemic, most schools used Google Classroom to learn, and in the latter half, they mostly use Zooms or like Zoom meeting. Teacher would usually put an assignment, and student would study and work on their assignment. Uh, Except they don't. I was a student as well at that time, so I believe I will be able to give you some insider information. But more on that later. Students are obviously overjoyed with the news. They think that there are many benefits from e-learning. For example, the students are able to relax at home while studying at the same time. Furthermore, it gives the student that have a long distance between their house and school a break, which I personally can relate to since my house and school are literally on different cities. Now, of course, such a nice thing comes at a costly price. The spread of technology in Indonesia is not equal at all. A lot of regions outside of Java, or even some parts of Java itself, are lagging behind in terms of technology. Because of this reason, e learning is not very effective for the whole nation. There are also other discouraging aspects, such as difficulty to get a good signal or internet, which can also happen in advanced areas because of the sheer amount of people using the internet at the same time, and the fact that most students have difficulty understanding the materials that are explained through a meet call or like a Zoom meeting. A lot of students can go unmonitored by the school or parents, leading them to skip classes or even submitting a blank page for an assignment, which I am sure some people can relate here. Now, now we talk about e-learning, we should also talk about classroom learning. The benefits are obviously clear to see from the students all over the world. Students are able to pay attention and understand the subject properly. They can also interact with other people, which will heighten their social skills, and teachers will obviously have a tight watch over their students. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows or roses. There are also some drawbacks to classroom learning. For most Indonesian students, they have an average 8 to 9 hour school time, since a lot of schools start their day at 7 and end it at 3 p.m. Personally, I usually have 11 to 12 hours 2 days of the week, and the other days are usual 8 to 9, usually 9 though. This tight schedule can obviously exhaust a student, leading them to not being able to perform properly in school. Remember when I said my school is in different cities? Yeah, that's a problem as well. Students with a long distance from the school have to get up earlier in order to not be late, meaning they will have to sacrifice some sleep, which I'm sure you can kind of see here. Of course, I can go to school in my area, but they don't have the same standard as what in other cities. Basically, they're just not as good. Now, personally, I think there are no clear solution to this unless the government is stepping in. But one thing that schools can do is that they can give students a choice whether they want to study offline or online. With offline, obviously, the priority being long distance students like me. If students are fully capable of studying online, then schools should just let them do it. Such learning method is called hybrid. It's where a student are offline while others are online. This learning method can encourage students to study whichever way they are comfortable in. Thank you so much for paying attention, and I wish you guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye.